Hey everybody, welcome to tonight's pour. Now tonight's pour is going to be a car themed painting. Yeah, I know you're all shocked and amazed that I would do a car themed painting. But I will say that that was not my intent when I came down here. Now I was watching some videos. When I first learned how to do this, I learned how to do this on YouTube. I watched other fluid acrylic artists, and I learned how to mix paints and how to do a lot of things, and I got a lot of inspiration by people's pours, their colors, their techniques, all that stuff. So I actually haven't really watched a whole lot of videos lately, but I saw something kind of interesting, so I watched a video. So I decided I want to do this technique. Well, you need a specific object, so I couldn't just come right down and do it because I didn't have the object to do. I'm not going to tell you what the object is because I am going to try this, and I kind of want it to be, revealed at the time I do the new technique. So I wasn't able to get to the store, but my wife was going, and so I asked her to. I was at work, and so she told me she's going to the store, and I thought, well, they might have this, because she always asks. We always ask each other, is there anything I can get you while I'm there? So I said, yeah, I need this. Told her what it was. Really, by the description, you could probably find it. But knowing my wife, love her as I do, she sometimes doesn't get, well, sometimes isn't the right word. She never gets the right thing when I ask her to get me something specific. So, but I've gotten used to it, and it's kind of endearing now to me that she does that, and I kind of love her even more for that. But anyway, so I thought, well, I'll send her a picture of it. So I sent her a picture of it so she could specifically get this specific item. And I guess I didn't make it clear that I wanted that specific. If you couldn't find that, don't get anything else. She got something else. And I was like, kind of expecting that, something else. So she didn't disappoint in that area, but so I came down to the studio because she dropped it in the studio when she came in, and she got home before I did, and so I went in when she told me she got it and set it in the studio. I came down here, and sure enough, it was really not what I had asked for, but I thought it could work. I really did think it could work, but I hadn't taken it out of the package, and so I came down tonight because I watched a couple videos on this technique, and I thought, well, I'm going to try it tonight. And so I came down here, grabbed the package, and started looking at it, and I'm like, yeah, this isn't going to work. So I decided to do a car theme painting. So here's where we're going to start the actual video on this one. So I am going to do a 69 Plymouth Roadrunner 440. As you can see, it is black, white, and it has some red lettering on it. Maybe you can see it better right there. I just love the body style of the Roadrunner. I picked this one up because I don't know, I just like something about it. It's got a bulldog on it. I like bulldogs. I've never owned one, but never had one. But I thought, well, shoot, I like bulldogs. So I'm going to do a little bit different. Instead of just having a negative space, like one color, which I've been doing a little bit of, kind of mixing colors. So I thought I'm going to do black and white in the back for the background, and then some red just as the exhaust coming out, right? So my thought was, I don't know if you've ever seen photographers that take a black and white photo and then they're able to add color to just like one little aspect of the photo. That's kind of my thought process. what I want it to kind of look like. So, because I have this, I have this picture of my daughter when she was in high school. It's one of my favorite pictures of her, and it's a black and white photo except for her shirt is blue. Now her school colors were blue and white, so, and it had the letters of were white on the t-shirt, and it's just a great photo. I don't know why I love that photo. I just do. I love most of the photos of my daughter, but I really like that one. I mean, that's not the only one I really like, but that's one of them. So that was kind of my thought process on that. So I know this is kind of a long intro to this, but I was just kind of explaining a few things here. So I've already mixed the black and the white. I'm still trying to figure out how I want to do it. I don't think I want to do a dirty pour, mixing the two together and pouring it out. And because I think it'll get a little bit too much gray. So I'm going to try to do black and white, and do some red on there. Try not to mix it up, the black and white, too much, because I don't want a lot of gray in it. I want it more defined of white and black. So we'll see how it goes. And then I got red mixed for the exhaust out the back. So all I got to do is adjust the camera, and we can get started. And normally I would have gone ahead and put the negative space down, but since I'm going to do a little different, I'm going to go ahead and show that part. This is probably going to be a long video. I'm sorry, I apologize already for that. I know I've already I usually try to do a minute, 2 or less, and here it is, almost 7 minutes to this intro. So it is what it is. I guess you can always fast forward. All right, I have the canvas. It's a 10 by 20 canvas. I've got my white and black paints mixed. I got a little bit more black than white, only because I have some white in a bottle if I need some more. But I think what I want to do is just kind of pour some black lines and then white, and then I think I'm just going to tilt it and run it and kind of get it going like that. So let's see what we can do here. I think I had more black paint than I needed. I'm going to put a little bit more black in there. All right, so I'm gonna pick this up and just kind of run the paints all over the place. And get them all over. Kind of get a wild pattern going. As you can see, that is just crazy. But that's kind of what I wanted to go, was just a little bit different than normal. Now, let's see if I can find my. I didn't get much gray in there, a little bit, but not too much. And we're going to do the spume right across here. I don't know where that word came from, but that's what I'm calling it tonight, is a shroom. Just covering up some of the dry spots on the side. Got a little bit there we missed. I kind of like the zebra little. And the zebra look, yeah. Let me get a fresh one, boy. I need to throw away some of these paper towels on the table. They're getting piled up. Dried paint on them. All right, let's give it a torch. I think I want to put a little bit more black down this side here. He's gonna get some crazy look to it. All right, I think I tinkered with it enough for the black and the white. All right, so I've got the car out. So I'm trying to find out what the best spot would be. So I might blow out some black right here. If I put the car there, I think we're gonna have a nice looking little piece here. Kind of crazy, but I like it. All right, so this is dried and I have already put the resin on it. All I need to do is blow the bubbles out of there, which I see a lot of them in there. Now this is a 10 by 20 canvas and I'm using Pro Marine resin. Now the reason that this one's already resined, I started with this one was because started the resin process right here is because I actually am doing 2 paintings at once, resining them. So I mixed the resin at once and I was filming the other one just a minute ago and I just didn't stop the camera and move it and then show me pouring on this because it's basically the same as all my other videos. So I use a rubber glove. I pour out 7 ounces of resin on a 10 by 20. If you want to know how I came up with that, go to artresincalculator.com and it has a resin calculator for a canvas size, so you can just type in 10 by 20 and it'll tell you 7 total ounces. That is the total ounces, because the resin comes in a 2-part kit, the hardener and the resin. So you need to do 3.5 and 3.5, or whatever the dimensions of the canvas and what it tells you. And I use Pro Marine resin for a couple of reasons. One is my first time, the reason that I started using Pro Marine resin was because I bought resin just for coasters when I was making a lot of coasters at the time. And so I needed a heat resistant resin, and just looking online, I found that this one was a heat resistant resin. It's affordable, really, even though resin is expensive. It really is affordable. This one is a little bit better priced than some other. I don't know if that's because it's not as good a brand, but I really honestly I haven't had any really problems with it. There were a couple of paintings I had that had some white in them and they kind of started yellowing a little bit, but that I found out because it's not UV resistant, but it is now. So, or at least the last couple bottles I bought are UV resistant, so I don't mind using white as as a negative space. I kind of shied away from it because I knew I was going to resin it and I didn't want that to yellow. All right, so we have our car here. So I think that's where we're going to place it. Yeah, I think that's a nice looking one. It's not my typical style with a negative space in the background. I have done some where I've kind of mixed either a darker color or a different color in it, but it's more mixed in. This is more just a black and white kind of crazy background with the red coming through. So let me know if you like it. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think about this one. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Hit that like button on this video and help my channel to grow. Thanks for watching.